I want to ask Todd Howard why my Dragonborn can't sick like the Jarls do in Skyrim. Wrong game. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to Understanding Dragon Age, where we're back at it again at Krispy Kreme. I'm Strangest Blossom, and I'm here to tell you about the Dragon Age series. Now, obviously, these video series will contain spoilers, like all the spoilers, every single spoiler you can spoil. It didn't really count for the last video because you learn that in the first 2 minutes after you hit new game on the main menu, so I don't really count that, but everything from here forward would be a spoiler for the series, so there's your warning. After you get through the cutscene that explains what I did in the last video, that the Grey Wardens think another Blight is coming, you'll get to the character creation screen. Great, you think, I can make a really pretty character. Maybe the game is 12 years old? It's better than Oblivion. A little bit. But once you're at the character creation screen, you get to pick your race. Let's go over those. Now, the races you can pick in Dragon Age Origins are your stereotypical fantasy RPG kind of thing. Humans, elves, and dwarves. There's technically a fourth race, but don't worry about them right now. Humans are, well, what you are, hopefully. But really, the humans came here to Thedas thousands and thousands of years ago, and now they're the most populous and powerful race on the continent. The elves were here before the humans, but with the humans' arrival, the elves lost their immortality, and now they're treated as second-class citizens across the continent, sometimes even slaves. They're forever angry at their oppressors. Dwarves are, well, have you ever seen Lord of the Rings? They're that. But really, the dwarves have been around just as long as the elves have, just underground. They used to live in places called taigs, but have since been reduced to only 2 taigs left in the world because of the Darkspawn attacks. One of those taigs is Orzammar, which is where you'll be from if you're a dwarf. Now that you've picked a race, now we can pick a class. To a point. You see, you can't be a mage if you're a dwarf. Dwarves can't do magic. You see, dwarves aren't connected to the Fade, which is the source of all magic in Thedas, and also the source of all dreams. Dwarves don't even dream. Isn't that weird? Your race and class determines which origin you will get. Sometimes you have multiple choices, such as if you pick a dwarven warrior, and sometimes you only have one choice, like if you pick a human rogue. But let's get started talking about them. Let's start with, how about a dwarven noble? You are the second child out of 3 of King Iduken of Orzammar. That's right, you're royalty. Then you have your older brother Trian and your younger brother Balin. But Trian shouldn't have anything to worry about. He's the next in line in the throne, and you're being announced as commander of Orzammar's armies against the Darkspawn. But what's this? Balin says Trian is worried about you. He might even plot to assassinate you. But that doesn't matter now. Tomorrow you're going to the Deep Roads to fight Darkspawn with the Grey Wardens. When you finish your mission against the Darkspawn and have retrieved what your father asked you to go get, what do you find but your older brother's dead body? Or maybe you're the one who killed him. It doesn't matter. Either way, you're convicted guilty and sentenced to death against Darkspawn. You're to be sent into the Deep Roads to die. There's one thing that can save you, though. The Grey Wardens. Now that we're done talking about the royalty of Orzammar, let's talk about their commoners. Well, you're not a commoner. You're worse than that. You're casteless. What does that mean? Let's put it this way. Think of a merchant guy. He's lost his business. He lost his house. His wife took the kids. He's still in a better position in society than you are. Why? Because the casteless are the dirt that he walks on. And that's you, baby. And that's not even the half of it. You see, all castlists are branded right on their face, so everyone knows they can treat you like a piece of shit. So, your mother's an alcoholic, your sister's working as a gold digger, and you're working for the shady Barat character who wants you to do some unsavory jobs just so you can eat. Barat's current job for you is to fix a match at the Provings, which is the Dwarven arena. But when you get there, oops, the combatant who is supposed to win is drunk off his ass and definitely can't fight. But you can. Put on this man's armor and you kick everyone's ass. And then at the end, once you've won everything, the dwarves are like, please, show us your face. And you're like, I probably shouldn't. Let me not show you my face. And they're like, no, please, show us your face. And then you're like, okay. And then you take off the helmet, and everyone sees that brand. They're so angry. You've committed crimes against society because castless are not supposed to perform in the provings at all. So, guess what? They're gonna sentence you to death. But guess who's in the audience? A Grey Warden. I hope you don't have commitment issues because this next origin, you're tying the knot. That's right, you're getting married. It's your wedding day as a city elf, and everything's going swell as the vows are being said. You're arranged to marry this lovely man or woman, depending on if you play male or female. But then, some human asshole named Vaughn shows up. You see, he and his boys are drunk and, well, they want a party, but not a reception that's boring. No, they're gonna steal the elven women, including you, if you play female. And, I'm gonna let you think it out from there. You don't have to fight your way in or out of Vaughn's castle. And at the end, what you do with him is your choice. But the city guard are not going to be happy with all those dead men. They want to kill you. But your father knows a Grey Warden. Next are the Dalish elves, which require a little bit of explanation. You remember how I said that the elves have been around forever? Well, some of them didn't want to go live in the cities with the humans. Those ones are the Dalish. They're nomadic people, and they live far away from human society and keep to the old ancient elven ways. You and your friend Tamlin find some ancient elven ruins, and at the end, you find a mirror. Tamlin gets close even though you warn him to stay away, and what happens but magical weird explosion. You wake up, Tamlin's missing, and you're sick with the blight. You and another elf of your clan try to go looking for Tamlin but find nothing at the end of the ruins, except a Grey Warden who shatters the mirror because it's infected with the blight. There's no way to save Tamlin, and no way to save you, except to send you out with the Warden. You noticing a bit of a pattern here? Awesome, you might say. There haven't been any humans yet. Well, yeah, I've been saving them for last because they're kind of boring. I'm just kidding. But you are the youngest in the family of Gooslins. Now, unlike the dwarven noble origin, the human noble origin, you're actually a noble. You're not royalty. But your family is one step below the king and queen in terms of power. Your father and older brother are being sent to the south to deal with the Darkspawn threat. You're being left behind, but otherwise, everything's going great. It wouldn't be a fun game if everything went okay, though, would it? That's right, in the middle of the night, you get attacked by someone you thought was your ally. You and your mother try to fight your way out of the castle, but on the way there, you find your father. He's been mortally wounded. Your mother decides to stay behind, and you and your brother, who has already been sent to the south, are the only remaining Gooslins left. Your mother sends you out with the Grey Warden in order to save your life, and get word to your brother what has happened. Now we get to talk about my favorite origin, the mages. I saved this one for last because it requires a little bit of explanation, so let's get to it. You see, most mages are sent to the Circle in order to train their abilities. Great, you think, it's kind of like Hogwarts. If Hogwarts were really evil. You see, the Circles are run by the Chantry, which is just the Catholic Church in this world, basically. But they use their warriors, called Templars, in order to suppress the mages. You see, mages are dangerous. Not only are they, capable of magic, they're also more susceptible to being possessed by demons. Do you want to guess what happens when you start up the mage origin? They forcibly possess you with a demon. It's called the Harrowing, and it's kind of like if your college finals were less depressing and more fatal, but it's something that all mages do when going into adulthood. So you go through your Harrowing and you pass it with flying colors. You're very impressive. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, can I go fight Darkspawn now? No, because your friend has a weird plot going on. Your friend's name is Jowen, and he's accidentally fallen in love with one of the Chantry girls in the Circle. This is forbidden, though. Mages aren't allowed to love. So, what to do? Escape the Circle. That'll do, great. It goes bad. Upon entry into the Circle, all mages have their blood taken in order to create a phylactery. This is used to track them in case they ever try to escape the Circle. So the only way Jowen can escape is if you destroy his. So you destroy his phylactery. But the Templars know what you're up to, whether you got caught or maybe you even snitched on Jowen in order to protect his beloved. He reveals he's a blood mage. If you couldn't tell by the name, blood mages are bad. They're even more susceptible to possession than a normal mage, and on top of that, they can use their own or other people's blood in order to perform magic. And he escaped, with no way to track him because you destroyed his phylactery. Oops. So no matter what you did, the Templars are pissed, and, well, there's no way to save you except send you to the Grey Wardens. Now you may be wondering who this Grey Warden is that I keep mentioning. Well, his name is Duncan, and he is commander of the Grey in Ferelden. And no matter which origin you pick, he recruits you. Now, if you want to know more about Duncan, because the game really doesn't give you that much to go on, you can read The Calling, or I can read it for you and do a little video on it. Comment below if you want me to. Anyway, that wraps it up for the Origins video. If you have any more questions, comment down below, like, subscribe, and next we'll be talking about Ostagar and Lothering. Apologies for the constant change in setting and lighting. This was filmed over 2 days, and I apologize for the last video's audio quality. Hopefully this one is better. Let me know. Thanks. Bye-bye.